Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, members of City Council. Thank you for having me to share with you our operating budget for the Virginia Aquarium. As you know, the city is very fortunate to have the Virginia Aquarium Foundation's support of your city aquarium. And in this regard, I'm joined today by our chair, Sal DeBarrow. As I mention each time that I share an item with you, this is your aquarium. And the foundation provides the support to you in terms of funding for our animals, our exhibits, our educational programs, and our research and conservation initiatives. Today, you will note in this presentation that this nonprofit entity will be transferring over $1 million to support your aquarium. This does not include the additional $3 million each year that the foundation spends to support the aquarium. And as you will note, when you do visit the aquarium, I like to make our presentations fun yet educational. And today I'm joined by Chris Equals, Carrie Ann Flanagan, and Chris Plant, our newly hired VP of Animal Care. And they've brought 3 of our animal ambassadors with us, a blue-tongued skink named Zula, and 2 adorable Tenorek named Madeline and Elise. And I thought you would enjoy seeing these, and hopefully our viewing audience would enjoy seeing these.
How could they see? Oh, yeah, they don't really need eyes.
I think Patrick's kids need one.
And apparently they are going to steal the show today.
Oh, look at them, so cute.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Are those
Is it
marsupials?
soft?
They look like they would. They look like possums kind of in the face. Look at his
Look at
little
his
nose
spiny-
twitching.
Yeah, they're really cool. So they're from the island of Madagascar.
Hello.
So David has bushels of corn, and I have animals.
So what do they call it?
I love those.
D-E-N-R-E.
Yeah, thank you for not bringing a crocodile.
We did not bring the crocodile, Mayor, but you're welcome to visit our 2 crocodiles anytime. We have wonderful staff.
There's the tongue.
You started this.
We see
All right,
enough of
thank
those-
y'all. Thank you,
I
Vice Mayor.
think Cynthia started a new trend.
Oh.
Become, on a budget hearing.
Mr.
Yeah,
Duhaney
yeah,
always
sure.
warns me, are you going to bring an animal? So I said,
Yeah, I
yes,
think we're
sir.
gonna have a new trend at department heads.
All right. All right, so let me briefly share with you our departmental budget. So briefly, we have roughly 128 FTEs, and our operating budget is $14.5 million. As you can imagine, to run an aquarium, you have lots of items to purchase and fund. And if you wanted to guess, you'd be correct if you guessed that our biggest expense is animal care. Let me click to the next slide to show you the actual numbers. For expenditures, a few brief changes that you will note here. First, we reorganized our staff, and 1 staff member is now reporting in administration rather than marketing. Also, we've asked for an additional $300,000 moving forward to help offset some of the costs associated with our changing exhibits, and this is also reflected in that first line under administration. However, I will note that these increases are funded by revenues. And I will also point out under the Aquarium Foundation section, you'll note that $1 million transferred over to the city. So let's talk about revenues. You will note that we expect to see an increase in revenues during the next fiscal year. Attendance is conservatively being projected at 542,000 visitors for FY23, which is roughly a 5% increase from FY22, but still below our pre-pandemic 2019 numbers. I would like to clarify that these are direct revenues, which do not factor in our approximate $265 million of economic impact that the aquarium has on our Virginia Beach economy every year. And we hope to earn over 85% of our operating budget for the next year. And in fact, you'll note on this slide at the very bottom that we expect this year to use $1.8 million of general fund money. However, as of today's date, With our revenues being so strong this current year, we don't expect to use any of that general fund contribution this current fiscal year. We do plan to restore some positions that were eliminated in previous budget cuts, and we're adding a few new positions as well. I will note 2 of these positions will be fully funded by the Aquarium Foundation. In terms of major changes and initiatives, I'm pleased to share with you that we opened the Darden Marine Animal Conservation Center this past year, and our south building has continued to have construction delays, but we hope to open it later this summer. And we are continuing with our time ticket model. As I mentioned a few moments ago, not only do the direct revenues we receive support this important attraction, we are generating over $265 million of economic impacts to the Virginia Beach economy. Moreover, we're an educational resource for our K through 12 students, and we've partnered with numerous colleges and universities on a variety of programs. In terms of initiatives underway, thanks to the Shuttered Venues grant that we received from the federal government, we are beginning the next phase in our journey. A feasibility study is underway for our planned expansion thanks to this funding. But let me start with the next sad slide to provide some context. We received this sad review last week, which was perfect timing for this presentation today. Let me share what Mr. Michael Miller, who gave us 2 stars, said. We've been several times in the past and have absolutely loved the experience. However, this most recent time fell short. The first area had only 1 crow in a cage and a small tank with some fish in it. Not exactly an attention grabber. The other tanks throughout the aquarium were not full of animals as we had previously seen, and several key exhibits were not on display, such as the Stingray Touch Tank and the South Building. Overall, we paid $90 and we were finished in 30 minutes. This was very disappointing, and we probably won't be back for some time. While we are excited about the South Building's opening and having all new exhibits in that building, we know that our main building is 36 years old, and many of the exhibits, including the shark tank, the turtle tank, and the seal tank, have far exceeded their useful lives. Many of our exhibits are down for repair, and we are looking to the future on how we can add new and exciting things while at the same time repair and replace our old and outdated areas. Hence, as I mentioned in my previous slide, we are currently underway with a feasibility study for improvements. The picture you see here provides a general conceptual view of what we could do in the future. Building a new building not only adds excitement and new things for our visitors to experience, it also provides the necessary space to relocate the animals that are in their current habitats into the new building. This then allows us to renovate the older areas into new and exciting exhibits. Without this expansion, we would be unable to renovate the existing building since we would not have a location to house our current collection of animals over a 3-year construction period. Additionally, if we found a location for these animals, which is unlikely, closing the aquarium for a massive renovation for approximately 3 years would negatively impact the city's economy. Remember the $265 million each year that we generate. This would be gone. That's why this expansion allows us to remain open and continue to generate revenue. So, our ambitious plan is to work with Zoo Advisors, a firm that we recently hired to do a feasibility study on what could this new building look like and what other types of exhibits we can imagine for the renovated spaces. So stay tuned for more items to come. And I will end with a thank you to each of you for your continued support of the Virginia Aquarium, and we certainly look forward to next fiscal year and further beyond. Thank you.
Okay, we'll start with Rosemary.
Congratulations on all of your accomplishments.
Oh, thank you.
And always, you and your board with Sal, having vision to go to the next level. You never disappoint us, so thank you. And I just wanted to mention, it was really amazing that you had the anti-venom for that gentleman in Richmond that had the snake bite, that they came here to be able to save his life, and that was really, really amazing. Just wanted to.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, we were happy to provide that. Poison Control called us, and we keep that on hand for our animals and for our staff, and we were happy to provide that.
It was amazing.
What, Linwood?
Thank you, Mayor. Well, first off, thank you, Sal and the board, for all you do for the aquarium. It really takes a volunteer, private sector effort to really make this what it is. And Cynthia, I would suggest that you get a hold of this Michael Miller, and when we get the South Building open, give him a free pass, because I think he will be so amazed by that he'll be back again and again. I was very amazed when I took the tour, and now we need to move on to the other building.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes,
Thank
sir. Thank you.
Okay, Sabrina?
Hi, good afternoon. Always good to see you. You are another leader within our department that has so much passion for what you do, and I appreciate that and appreciate your board and staff and all that they do. I would just like to highlight the educational piece that the aquarium serves within our city. We just heard a presentation from our superintendent and the chair for our public schools, and education is just so invaluable, and we just have to do what we have to do to ensure that we continue the excellence of education in our city. But I would like to say I was very impacted by the tour that I took of that new building that you opened, especially the exhibits that focused on flooding. And one of the guides shared with me that students from public schools come from the city of Virginia Beach, and they actually, learn from that exhibit. And there are other areas within the building that host students as well. And so could you elaborate and share on just how important the educational piece is for the
Absolutely.
aquarium?
Sure. So every year, just from K through 12, on non-pandemic years, we have about 50,000 school children that visit the aquarium. And then in addition to that, the foundation funds our outreach programs. So we're actually going out to schools throughout Hampton Roads with animals, going into school systems to share animals as well as STEM education. So that's a very important component for our school system. I think the most proud item that I have this year to share with you is that we've partnered with Virginia Beach City Public Schools with their high school environmental program. And so we are hosting interns. The students spend 150 to 260 hours throughout the school year paired with our staff learning and growing and working on projects at the aquarium. So they come as part of their school day at the aquarium. So we're really excited about that. Of course, we have summer camps. We have a whole host of programs where we host children. The part that I'm also proud of is that the foundation funds Access Aquarium. And so that's a program where if you're a school child and you can't afford to come, we actually pay for you to come. And the foundation gives that money to the city to pay for those children to come to the aquarium if they can't afford to come. So that's a really wonderful program that we've fostered, and our foundation has grown over the years.
Yes, I think it's excellent, and I even remember being told about how children come, and if they are interested in maybe being perhaps a veterinarian, they can really see how it would actually be to become a real veterinarian. And if they like it, I just think it's just of course, overall, the aquarium adds such of a benefit and investment, making us a destination place for everyone to come and visit. But without saying, just the educational piece is really phenomenal. And if you haven't been by to see that actual simulation about flooding, it's so realistic. And we talk about flooding on this body all the time, and just to see how, that display and the educational piece is phenomenal. Thank you for what you do.
Oh, thank you.
You really make a difference.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Mr. John?
I saw your commercial on YouTube this morning on the
with the Komodo dragon in it, which one I'm talking about.
Okay.
Was very nice.
Oh, thank you.
Very, very effective. It came on, it's
you.
one of those ads that runs, it doesn't allow you to skip.
Oh, okay.
But it was very well done.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Great. You have made Virginia Beach a true destination. And, you know, yeah, we got an ocean and we got a town center. We got a lot of things. We got Stumpy Lake, but we have the aquarium too. And a lot of people come to Virginia Beach, and it doesn't have to be a rain day. You know, people like coming there because you give us a variety that is, you know, really when a kid sees the aquarium for the first time, they're going to take that memory for life. So thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you continue to do. And, you know, since I've been here, that place has been doing nothing but improving. Way to go.
Well, thank you for your support and the council's support and Mr. Dehaney's support. We really couldn't do it without every one of you.
All right, thanks so
Thank you.
much.